Okay, people, welcome back to another Fwoosh review. Tonight, I'm taking a look at the 3A Lonely Trooper TK. Now, like I said in a weekly recently, this was a complete surprise. I ordered this October of 2017, but this isn't actually the version I ordered from 3A. That was the white version. This is actually the Noir version. Toy Fiend on Instagram hit me up after he saw how excited I was about getting this, and I kind of regretted not getting the Noir. He gave me a link to his shop, EmpireToyShop.com. I ordered it. I already got it. I'm still waiting on the one from 3A. And because Toy Fair's this weekend, and I'm excited about getting one of these open, I'm just going to review this one, and the white one will have to wait. Looking at the package, you have this nice artwork on the front right here, but otherwise, the rest of the box is pretty plain. But that's okay. I'm after the toy inside. Well, the back has this other awesome kind of stormtrooper-y picture back here, but it's a back. Getting it open, you have a warranty sheet. You have a foam pad protecting the figure, which should be... Oh, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Oops. I like stuff like this. Sure, I like a blister card. I like a bubble where you can see what you're getting, but there's also something to be said about having a foam piece that conforms to the figure itself. Looking at the figure, like most, well, I only have a couple of 3A figures, but like most of the 3A figures, I have all two of them. It's pretty much completely covered in cloth, but it is a nice base body under there. And the thing about 3A, again, even though I don't have a lot of it, I've always admired the stitching on them. When they scale stuff down to this size, it's better than a lot of other companies you see. There's this spandexy undersuit. I don't know if it covers the whole body. I'm not going to go tearing off the shirt or the pants, but it carries on all the way down here to the ankle. This belt piece around the waist, it's kind of hard to see black on black, I know, but you get around to here, there is a buckle back here, just a nice scaled down buckle. The pockets look nice on the pants, and they do, are they? Yep, they're actual pockets down here. Not so much the back pockets, they're just flaps down there. And then just the way the collar is done on the shirt up here. It's got the one sleeve orange, a couple black stripes, but then the head, the hands, and the feet are sculpted parts. On the feet, you get kind of a tennis shoe look, nice sole down here on the bottom. The hands, it's that 3A style. They're kind of long and gangly fingers. It's got a cuff coming down, kind of covering the hand part. And then the head, the Stormtrooper helmet, it's a nice sculpt. It's stylized, it's 3A styled, but you still get the idea of it's definitely a Stormtrooper helmet. It's black and orange, but there's different degrees of orangey and blackness. You can see the goggles inside the eyes, then the stripe across the top, and down here in the little holes right there, that's actually gloss black. It's flat black, the rest of it. And then the orange, it kind of fades in and out like a worn look. Which actually, again, a staple of 3A figures. You look down, it's kind of a worn look all over. The black pants kind of have a dirtiness to them. But for articulation, like I said, the base body underneath, it's kind of incredible. You can get the helmet to look down that far. Up, not so much, only because of the sculpt. I wish there was another joint at the top of the neck that's down in the body. Some tilt, rotation. For the shoulders, it feels like there's a butterfly joint in there, along with some kind of ball joint. I'm just kind of guessing whatever is under this shirt right here, but you can shift it forward, you can shift it back. There is some up, there is some down. You can come up, come out. There is some rotation there. For the elbow, comes nearly all the way up. The hand is a ball joint going into the wrist. For the torso, has some craziness going on in there. You can tilt, forward, back, hips come forward, hips go back, out, swivel at the thigh. The knee goes almost, he can't quite kick his own ass. And then ball joint at the ankle, you get rotation, you get a little bit of back, some nice forward, and then some tilt out of it. For accessories, he has two open hands, he has two grip hands, and there's two trigger finger hands. And to switch those out, you just pull, just a ball joint at the end of the wrist. And then to put the hands on, if you just grip the forearm and you're pushing, the spandex material wants to slide, which ends up pushing that to there, which makes it even harder to put on the ball joint. So what I've been doing is pushing from the elbow back here, and then you just pop, put it on. He comes with a big rifle, again 3A style. It's a little bit plain, but at the same time, there's a lot of detail to it. If that makes any sense, you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of that Sandtrooper, Stormtrooper long rifle look with the two barrels down here, and just a hint of orange just to bring out the little bit of detail that's on there. The pistol, same thing, kind of flat in places, has some detail here and there. It works though. No orange to bring out the detail. I wish there was some orange right here or something. Also, this one's a little bit flat, but even with it being flat, it goes directly into the hand. Has no problem whatsoever holding it. Also comes with a sword in the sheath. Same kind of detail here on the grip. Silver here on the end. You pull it out, there's no guard. which is kind of cool. I mean, it's different from most of the swords that I have. And then the blade is painted silver. It's a little loose in the grip hand, so it doesn't really work there. Also, the scabbard, it has no way of attaching. Oh, wait a second. I just thought of something. Keep that in mind for a second. Let's go into the backpack. It has all these nice little pouches back here. They're all filled with foam. Gives it some weight. And I think I'm going to leave the foam in there just to make it look like he's actually carrying something. Because each and every one of these pouches actually open up and you can store stuff in there if you want to. Even this sideways one down here at the bottom. And then on top, the zipper actually works. Filled with foam. Again, you could put stuff in there if you want. Easy enough to put up on the figure. It doesn't look bad. It's pretty bulky. But going back to the sword for a moment, you have this strap down here holding this. Put this in there if you wanted to. Strap it down. And then that's held back there. That's not bad. We could add the last accessories to it, which are 6 kind of tear gas grenades or whatever you want to call them. They're just little canister grenades. So I guess you could fill all the pockets of those with these if you wanted to. Not that these are really heavy to weight this down, but it's storage. Also on the white version of this figure, the backpack kind of evokes that sand trooper look, which I guess would also work with the heavy rifle. Whereas with the pistol, I guess you could kind of say it has a slight, ever so slight resemblance to an E11, maybe. So it's more than just the helmet going all Star Warsy. It's some thought process behind it a little bit. For comparison, here he is with the 3A Fighting JC and Zom. It's same company, same concept, same designs. It's gonna fit in. In fact, that looks super nice. That would make an awesome battlefield scene. Here he is with a couple of the bots I have. I do not have a lot of 3A stuff. Just kind of a figure here and there that caught my eye, and these caught my eye. And then here it is with the Bandai Model Kit Shadow Trooper and a knockoff Black Series Shadow Trooper. Body proportions are pretty good. The hands, the feet stick out, of course, because of the design. And then the head is a little bit small. Again, that 3A aesthetic. And then finally, recovering from New Year's and a trip to New Orleans, here he is with Gus. Empire's sure gotten lax on their dress code since I've gotten out of the service. So at the end of the day, just a fun, little, neat, durable thing. Sure, it's not going to go in with your Star Wars collection unless you just mix and match everything, and there's nothing wrong with that, really. It's just for me, this is not going to fit in my Star Wars collection, but it's going to go with my other 3A stuff. It scratches a little bitty Star Wars itch, but more than that, it scratches a good action figure itch. It's nice and durable. It's not going to fall apart in your hands. The cloth is nice. Just the overall look, the aesthetic, it pleases me. That, and it gives me an idea of what I can finally do with this DIY Caesar. Does that kind of look like R2? Yeah, just a little bit, maybe? But that requires some actual sit down and painting, so who knows if that'll ever happen. 3A actually did some prototypes for some Star Wars figures several years ago at San Diego, showed them off, and then gave them away at the show. I always hated I missed out. I'm sure I wouldn't have been. They gave away 3, and then out of all the people that attend San Diego, my chances were slim even if I had been at that show. But having this figure, it kind of, it makes up for that. And I can't wait for the white one. I kind of wish we were getting more, you know. But this will do. So if you like the review, comment, like, subscribe. I'll catch you on the Fwoosh.